This snake might be the most underrated pet snake in the hobby. With its keeled, dragon-like scales and a terrifying roar. This snake seems to be out of a fairy tale book. Step into the office jungle with us as we explore the magnificent pine snake.
Please subscribe, like, and comment. Anything helps. Welcome to the office jungle. All right, so right here is my northern pine snake. He's albino, and he holds a special place in my heart because he is from the same area that I grew up in New Jersey. Not him specifically, but his ancestors, whoever his ancestors are, I guess. Northern pine snakes can be found mostly in the Ocean County locale in New Jersey, but can be found as far south as northern Georgia and out west as far as Tennessee. I love this snake. One of the best colubrids you could get. Pine snake, bull snake, gopher snake, but pine snakes are just, they take the cake in. The best of those three. Maybe I'm biased, but.
Gopher snakes, pine snakes, and bull snakes, the genus Pituophis. These are some of my very favorite snakes in the whole world.
Pituophis, that's that genus, that's the pine snakes, bull snakes, gopher snakes, those type of animals, those kind of very iconic North American colubrids, pretty heavy-bodied, larger snakes, non-venomous, they're a constrictor type snake, not a boid like a boa or a python, but they do use constriction as well as just kind of their weight and force, because these guys are pretty powerful animals.
One of the coolest things about pine snakes is their keeled scales that make them kind of look like dragons. If you could see closely, they're like these raised keeled scales that look like just like dragon scales. It's so cool. And they feel like little spikes. Caring for these pine snakes are super easy too. I keep them at like 40 to 60% humidity in his tank. I have a basking spot of about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and his tank just stays between like 75 to 90, so just like one heat lamp kind of does the trick. Just with a little hot basking spot, a water bowl, and they do great. Another crazy thing about pine snakes is they have like a modified trachea, so they let out this loud hiss that kind of sounds like a rattlesnake or like a cobra. It scares the hell out of you the first time you hear it. They just open their mouths super wide and they make like this hissing sound. And if you haven't heard it before and your snake hisses at you like that, it is kind of scary. But they kind of bluff strike. They don't really strike you. They kind of do like a hognose snake like bluff strike, where they're not really gonna strike you with their teeth. They kind of just bop you with their nose. But it's scary no matter what you say. He won't do the loud hissing anymore. When I first got him, he was just like, he would always do it. But now he's so chill and relaxed. I just reach into the enclosure and grab him, and he's chill with it. That's the thing about snakes. You could really build a relationship with them. Like, people think snakes are just like these mindless, like evil animals, but no, you could really build a relationship. Another cool thing is his coloration, since he's albino. But for some reason, like near his head is like this lavender, kind of like purplish color. And then as it goes down the body, it gets more and more of like this bright red. I like his head too. They always look like pissed off. They've got like a furrowed brow.
Hey. These scales right here, prefrontal scales. These are the two scales. You look at a snake's head here. Let's say this is the eyeball. There's scales here, and this row here, that's the prefrontal scales. Most colubrids have two prefrontal scales, big scales. you know, like I said, guys, not every fun fact's gonna blow your mind, but they're all fun, ain't that right?
So you'll find these guys, yeah, on the ground. They're terrestrial. You could find them maybe in the trees and in burrows. He likes to burrow most of the day, but for like a few hours of the day, he's out and he's basking and he's hanging out. But yeah, look at this color. It's like blood red, like rust red. It's so cool. This guy's about maybe 3 or 4 feet, 3.5 feet, 4 feet long now. He's about 2 years old. So he's getting big. I think he'll grow like another foot, maybe another 2 feet maybe. He is like a bigger guy. There's not much known about these snakes, and not a lot of people really keep them in captivity, and it's a shame because they're so cool and docile. And one of the best parts is that they're diurnal, so they're out during the day and they hang out during the day. They're not like one of these nocturnal snakes that you never see because they only come out at like midnight. Yeah, that's one of the best things about these snakes too, is that they eat almost every time. I mean, this guy never misses a meal. He could be in full shed, full blue shed, and he'll still eat. He'll miss a couple times, but he'll still eat every time. If you're thinking about getting like a really cool snake that you could see during the day, that's not gonna hide all the time, that eats every time, a pine snake might be the snake you wanna get. And they look like dragons. The keeled scales really look like dragon scales.